Hey guys, welcome back to the 7 Days to Die tutorial part number 2. Um, we did pretty good, loot-wise, honestly. But for now, I'm going to sort inventory just a little bit. And you will figure out that inventory management is, like, key here. Like, you really gotta be on top of it. But, like last episode, we found ourselves a road, and I'm guessing this direction goes to the hub city, which I mentioned last episode. There's also gore blocks from the zombies. You can harvest those for resources too. Alright, we've got a nurse. The nurse won't drop you, doesn't have a drop chance for pistols. However, the nurse does have a chance to drop first aid items like first aid bandages, first aid kits, and more. Antibiotics are a possibility, or just regular bandages like them. We got another nurse here. Oh, she's on to us. Oh, one headshot took her down. Not too bad. Why is there no room in queue? Inventory management, am I right? Alright, so once you hit this point, you're going to kind of want to put down a TED chest. At least that's the terminology I've always heard used for it. Alright, I'm going to grab these. Just so I got somewhere to put this TED chest. Alright, so we'll... So, and this is good because, like, all this extra stuff that we've grabbed that we don't need right now, we can come back later and grab. Which will help us free up inventory space. Alright, and you can click the backpack icon to instantly sort your inventory. Alright. You generally want to keep plant fibers, stone, wood, and feathers on your person, along with iron. That way then you can, craft your most basic necessities. Get a chance of getting animal fat as well as bones from zombies. Alright, we got a Carl up here who's unaware of us. Let's get the drop on him. Or maybe not. Alright, that hit him. And nothing. I would like to show you guys what it looks like when you're approaching the hub city. The arrow's going to turn a real sickly green. There's a pig. Then again, this road's kind of turned to north now, so maybe it won't lead. It could. Alright, let's try and get a drop on this dude. Ooh. Oh, he's a crawler now. I guess we took out his legs. Ow. Yeah, with crawlers, sometimes you do run the risk of getting a broken leg. Alright, so... So we'll go through here. Grab some splints. Normally, now, just if you don't have a cheat menu on, you will have to go out and find or make a splint. I just don't want to have a slow hobble walk for you guys. Alright, it is 4 o'clock now, so you guys are, you know, around this point you're going to want to start looking for some place to bed down for the night. I get the zombies set to never run just for the tutorial purposes. Alright, we're going to avoid that zombie. He's just a lot more durable than the others, and I don't really want to have to fight him. Alright, how's the map looking? Okay, the road's kind of going all over, so... Plains biome and desert biomes, keep an eye out for the cactuses. Alright, there's another Karen zombie. Whoa! Go for headshots. Headshots do more damage. Alright, nothing. Huh. Maybe it's a bit more northeast of our current position. Ow. Oh, wow. 587 stone axe. I'm just kind of enthralled by that. I don't want to skip this journey just simply because I want to show you guys what it looks like when you're actually approaching the hub city. Whew, that's a big drop. Do be careful taking these jumps in the mini bike. It won't end well. Alright, I'm going to be back in just a moment. You guys know how I mentioned I forgot to turn on distant rendering? The way to do that is from the main screen. If you go to Options, Video, you get your options, your gamma and UI backgrounds, and stuff like that. But, Display Distant Terrain, if you turn that on, that will allow you to see farther, basically. So, I'm going to load back into the game and I'll show you the results. Alrighty. Much better. Yeah, you guys see how you can see so much farther now? That there is the, a city grid. That is actually the hub city grid, actually. I accidentally hit the screenshot button when I was... Ooh, we got a zombie down there. Alright, Whoa! That is a spider zombie. I guess we are closer to the hub city than I gave us credit for. Alright, Alright, whoa! Yeah, spider zombie is one of the zombies that does spawn in the hub city. And it's all this as to why you don't want to go to the hub city right from the get-go. Okay, there's still more zombies somewhere. Alright, a zombie nurse. Okay, that was it. So yeah, we are pretty close to the hub city. Especially if spider monkeys are spawning way out here. I was honestly kind of surprised. And Mo, the one I didn't want to fight earlier. Alright. So now that it's 6, we definitely gotta find some place to sleep for the night. You can't sleep through the night like you can in Minecraft. But you can get the next best thing. I am gonna grab some ammo. You guys normally won't have an SMG day 1. I am aware of that. This is just to streamline the tutorial process. There was a house over here somewhere, if I recall correctly. Alright. And in the event you cannot find a house, you can nerd pole up. Because if you leave the default options on, all these zombies are going to start running once 10 o'clock hits, or 2200 for, you know, those of you that go by the end game clock. Alright. Ah, there's the house. You can take them guys out with a bow as well. Then just use your stone axe to harvest these guys. That is not the best way to harvest, you know, animals, but zombie apocalypse, do what you must. Personally, for wherever you spend the night, I would upgrade. Oh boy, this is a tiny ass house, ain't it? Yeesh. You don't gotta go super crazy, but you know, at least upgrade the door to as much wood as you can put on it. Iron is better, but upgrade that. Grab this couch. And you don't have to do this to redecorate your house. I'm just doing it for, I don't know why. Alright, now to make that door extra safe. Alright, you're going to want to come into your inventory and make a hatch. Just a basic wooden one will work. Whoa, we're hunted. Alright, Alright, let's see what we got out there. And see what the hatch allows you to do is allows you to attack the zombies while they can't get at you. Alright. So now that we've got ourselves a little bit of a house, you can use the last, like, you know, we've secured this place pretty much. You know, we can go out here and gather some wood, gather some stone, you know, stuff like that. Personally, I would keep crouching when you're out here. Not constantly, but just, you know, every time you go to break something, just make sure you're not attracting any more attention than necessary. Paper. Yeah, go ahead and loot everything you can out here as well. So yeah, I mean, because we're gathering all this stuff up so we can spend our night being productive instead of just cowering in a corner. We can cower in a corner and get better tools. Whoa, we're hunted again. A word of advice. Do not carry meat on you. There's never a house down there. Alright, so we're going to dip back inside. Another word of advice, mark your storage chests. Don't be like me and forget to mark them, otherwise you're going to regret it. Alright, storage chest. Okay, we're sensed, so that means there's another zombie outside somewhere. So we'll put all this stuff that we don't really need in here. For the record, I do not like when they jump. Because when they jump, they are a pain to hit. And that goes for melee and ranged. It's just once they start jumping, and yeah, this place is pretty beat up. So I would suggest if you end up in a house like this, you know, upgrade some of this stuff. So when it's at least kind of protecting you. Anything you can see through, fix. You know, because while this is a starter house and you don't really care about, you know, maintaining this structure, you want to maintain it for the night. I mean, anything you go to upgrade and it does that too, I mean, that's your cue to fix. And just make sure you crouch every now and again, because as you can see right now I'm undetected, which means none of the zombies, you know, are currently detecting me, like they don't know where I'm at. I mean, if you really wanted to, I mean, you could upgrade this whole house and make it nice and pretty if you wanted to, but we're not doing that. I mean, if you got the wood to spare, I mean, you could upgrade, like, the windows, too, if you really want to go hog wild. But I think this will do fine. So, now, for the next kind of important thing we can do. Alright, I'm just looking through here, looking for some wood. And having no luck at it. Huh. Alright. I'll be back in just a minute. Alright. Stone and wood and stuff gathered. what you can spend the night doing is just bulk crafting. If I can get to my crafting inventory, because what I can do is I can, you know, make, you know, we'll go with like 20 of these stone axes. I obviously don't have room for that many, but it's level 4, level 6, level 8, 9, 10, I guess it's actually 11, 13. So as you can see, my tools are getting slightly better. With each one I craft, it's going up by like 2 levels. Toolsmithing is now level 2. Now it's up to 18, 20. Ideally, you would scrap these, you know, to get the stone out of them. I'm just going to be dropping them for convenience. 25. And that level 4 is the first one we made. And we're going to end with probably what, a level 37. So just by crafting 20 of those, we went from level 4 to level 37. But that's not the only thing you can do. So if you go over here to weapons, arrows are good for it. Arrows are really good for it. Make a bunch of arrows. That'll increase your weaponsmithing. If we do the same thing with wooden clubs, we'll make 20 of those. And I didn't mention it, but it is now nighttime. Once 2200 hits, it will become officially nighttime. Which means if you have the zombies run enabled, the zombies will run at this point once, you know, they've detected you, or if it's a wandering horde. So you can peer out the windows of your house if you want, trying to stay vigilant if you want, or better yet, stay away from the windows so the zombies, you know, don't see you through them. Alright, so we had a couple more arrows on our way. Alright, making the wooden clubs. Uncertain what we started at. That's alright. Well, I mean, you can see the progress. Our level 1 wooden club to a level 17 bow and arrow. Not certain what we started on, but we ended up at 76 after that. Now, if you notice, the entity damage is 4.42 from that, and drop that one to our level 1 wooden club. Entity damage 4.04, block damage 1.51, and if we examine this wooden club, it's 4.42 and 2.07. So while that is a small, you know, increase, it is an increase nonetheless. Drop that bow. We'll craft a new one. Level 77. Now, your best bet is to scrap these rather than drop them. That way you can get your wood back out of them. For tutorial purposes and time's sake, I just dropped them. But you're not going to have 6,000 of each resource on day 1 to, you know, do quite as many as I did, but yeah, that's pretty much what you can spend the night doing, is just bulk crafting items. That way you at least, you know, kind of get something done. I mean, you can loot the house you're in. There's a bag down there, so we'll go ahead and grab it. You can just barely see through that tiny, tiny crack. Bag. Well, we busted the bag. Yeah, when you break a lootable container like that, it'll drop a backpack on the ground that you can loot. But the caveat to doing that is if you break an item like that. See if I can't get one from the inventory. Alright, so, you know, a random backpack like that. Boy, was they so tiny. And just for instructional purposes, you know, we'll put this items back in there. Like, I found this, I searched it, I took the stuff out of it. But if I break it, that backpack will not respawn. So loot respawn will not happen. So just be careful about doing that if you're trying to break safes or something, because, you know, a lot of safes are built into the walls, and, you know, that's potentially problematic. But I think that's going to do it for part 2. For those of you that are unaware, temperature is also a huge factor in this game. So you are going to want to be kind of aware of how hot and cold your character is. And you can find all of that on this character menu here. What your current level is, your wellness, how full you are, how, you know, hydrated you are, what the current temperature feels like. 77 is acceptable. How many zombies you've killed, how many players you've killed, how many deaths you've had, how far you've traveled, how much stuff you've crafted, and your longest life. It also has all your resistances over here, as well as your insulation and waterproofness. So, since I got the mining helmet, I can D-pad left will turn your light on for mining helmets and flashlights. But if I inspect this, concussive protects for 53% of concussive and 42% for puncture, which is right over here. And that's over here is your grand total based on all of your slots. So, because I've got a bunch of empty stuff, you know, I'm not going to quite hit 53. But that's alright. Concussive damage, which is blunt attacks. Piercing damage or puncture damage for bladed weapons or anything that's piercing. Fire protection, because you can get lit on fire in this game. Radiation protection is pointless. Because the radiation protection does not actually do anything for you, unfortunately, which is big sad. I mean, because there is a hazmat suit you can find, which, like, this has 78% radiation protection, but the radiation protection actually does not work in this game, so bummer. Bummer, indeed. And you can, if you inspect one thing, like this has 7 and 7, this has 69 and 74. Basically, you just want to go with whatever the higher number is. Ideally, anyway. But yeah, that's going to conclude this episode. If you guys want me to continue this, you know, be sure to leave that down in the comments below. You know, I mean, I think this has been a well-rounded tutorial for the time being anyway. So, without any further ado, I will thank you guys for watching. Give the video a like if you enjoyed or found it helpful. A subscribe if you want to see the mainland 7 Days to Die series, like going to Hub City Day 1 without an SMG. You know, that'll be fun times. But yeah. And join the Discord, links below. See you guys next time. Bye.